She was fed, she was dry, she was held, and she was still screaming. If you've ever been that parent, what you're about to discover will change everything. Millions of parents every single night ask the exact same question. But here's what none of those search results will tell you. Your baby isn't crying for no reason. They're crying because they have no other language. Crying is a baby's only fully developed communication tool at birth. And it contains more information than most parents realize. But what if the baby has been fed, changed, burped, rocked, and is still crying? This is the moment that breaks parents. And this is exactly where science has something stunning to say. A newborn baby's brain is only 25% developed at birth. Think about that for a moment. That 25% handles only the most essential survival functions: breathing, sucking, and crying. The other 75%? Still being built, still being wired, still under construction. This means your baby isn't just crying at you. They are being overwhelmed by a world their brain isn't ready for. Every sound is louder. Every light is brighter. Every sensation is completely new and completely intense. Scientists call this sensory overload, and for a newborn, it can happen in seconds. But sensory overload is just one of the reasons. And what we're about to uncover goes much, much deeper. Let's go back to the beginning. Not your beginning, your baby's beginning. For 9 months, your baby lived in the most perfectly regulated environment imaginable. Constant temperature, constant sound, constant rhythm, constant safety. Then in a matter of hours, all of that was gone. Suddenly, cold air, bright light, loud sounds, gravity, hunger, all at once, for the very first time. Now ask yourself, if that happened to you, what would you do? You'd scream. And that's exactly what your baby is doing. They're not being difficult. They're being completely perfectly human. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because not all crying is the same. Scientists have spent decades studying this, and what they found surprised even them. In the 1970s, a researcher named Peter Wolf identified 6 distinct states of infant consciousness. Only one of those 6 states involves crying, but most parents only notice their baby in 2, sleeping or crying. That 4th state, quiet alert, is actually the most important window for your baby's brain development. During quiet alert, your baby is literally absorbing everything: your face, your voice, the patterns on the ceiling. But if a baby misses this window, if they tip from alert straight into overwhelmed, crying is the only alarm bell they have. Now here's the part that nobody talks about. There's a specific type of crying that has baffled parents for generations. It happens at the same time every day, usually in the evening, and it lasts for hours, with no clear cause. This is called the period of purple crying. And understanding it could be one of the most important things ever learned as a parent. Purple is actually an acronym. Each letter stands for something real that your baby is experiencing. P stands for peak of crying. This type of crying actually peaks around 2 months and then slowly fades. U stands for unexpected. It starts and stops without warning, for no obvious reason. R stands for resist soothing. Sometimes nothing you do will stop it. And that is not your fault. Pain-like face. Even when there's no pain, the baby's face looks like agony, and it terrifies parents. L stands for long-lasting. These crying episodes can stretch from 30 minutes to 5 hours. And E, evening. It almost always happens in the afternoon and evening, as if timed by a hidden clock. Here's the crucial insight. The period of purple crying is not a disorder. It is not colic. It is a developmental phase. Every single baby on earth goes through it, but knowing this doesn't make it easier in the moment. Because your brain is doing something very specific when your baby cries. The sound of a baby crying is specifically designed by evolution to be impossible to ignore. Your brain is wired to treat it as an emergency. Studies show that a baby's cry activates the same neural pathways as physical pain in the parent's brain. This means when your baby cries and you feel desperate, anxious, almost frantic, that is your biology working exactly as it should. But there's a second layer to this. Something happening inside the baby's brain at the same moment that changes everything about how you should respond. Your baby's brain is not just sending a signal, it's searching for something. Something it has been searching for since before it was born. What your baby's brain is searching for has a name, and understanding it will completely reframe how you see every single cry. That word. That thing the baby's brain is searching for. It's called co-regulation. Co-regulation means something profound. Your baby cannot calm themselves down. They need to borrow your calm. A baby's nervous system is like an untethered boat on open water, constantly rocking with no anchor of its own. When you hold your baby, speak softly, breathe slowly, you become that anchor. Your nervous system teaches theirs. This is why rocking works. This is why humming works. This is why skin-to-skin contact works. They all work for the same reason. They are all forms of nervous system communication. Body speaking to body. But now, let's talk about what to actually do, because knowledge without action is just beautiful information. The first tool is the most counterintuitive one. Stop trying to stop the crying. Your baby doesn't need silence. Your baby needs your regulated presence. There is a difference. The second tool is what researchers call the 5 S's, developed by pediatrician Dr. Harvey Karp Swaddle. Wrapping the baby snugly recreates the physical boundaries of the womb. Side or stomach position, held on their side or tummy, the calming reflex activates almost immediately. Shush, a continuous white noise sound that mirrors what your baby heard inside the womb for 9 months. Swing, gentle rhythmic motion. Every baby spent 9 months rocking with every single step their mother took. Suck, suckling activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It is a biological off switch for distress. Now all 5 slots are filled. But here's what matters most. These aren't tricks. They are translations. Every time you respond to your baby's cry, you are not spoiling them. You are literally building their brain. Science now confirms, responsive parenting in the first year creates measurably stronger, more resilient brains by age 5. Every response, every hold, every soft word in the dark at 3 a.m. It all counts. It is all building something. But what about the moments when you've done everything, and you still feel like you're failing? Here is something that no parenting book will put on its cover. Surviving is also succeeding. Your baby doesn't need a perfect parent. Your baby needs a present one, and here is the most beautiful part of all of this. Your baby is crying because they trust you. They cry to you, not at you, because somewhere in their 25% of a brain they already know you will come. So the next time your baby cries at 3 a.m., and they will remember this, you are not failing, you are being called, and you are exactly the right person to answer.